Hey guys, Bill P here from BP3 Crypto on BP3TV. How's everybody doing? Hope today is a great day for you wherever you are and whatever you may be doing in your neck of the woods. Today's date is March 31st, 2018, and it is Sunday. And I still have that beautiful beach in the background from yesterday. Actually from Wednesday. But today, here in New England, it is beautiful. The sky is blue, the sun is shining, and after this video and maybe one other, I am headed out, going to enjoy myself, go down, take a walk in town, see the birds, smell the roses, drink the coffee, Oops, sorry about that. All right, remember guys, that this is an educational advice only, not investing advice. And also remember, guys, that I really, really, honestly do appreciate you guys coming to check me out. I get to do these things. I like to talk, you know that. No secret there. But it gives me practice and stuff like that, looking into the camera and the speakers. I'm learning more about technology. And hopefully I'm incorporating what you guys see and say back to me into my videos. I've done a few things off of a few comments. For example, I link everything to my Facebook at the beginning, these videos. But people were having to click over to YouTube and watch it through that forum, you know, so on and so forth, be susceptible to their advertising. So it was suggested that if I just post them right in, you know, directly into Facebook, people could watch them really quickly. They pop up when they scroll. It's a simple form, and I have noticed that my views have gone way, 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 way up since I've done that. Now, hopefully they're true views and not just roll bys, but either way, it's more exposure, and I wasn't getting that before. So cool beans, cool beans. I like what I do. I'm going to keep doing it. Any criticism, any compliments, anything you want to throw at me, please feel free. bp3crypto@gmail.com or simply in the comments below. All right, so what's going on today, and what am I going to fill your head with, and what are we going to learn and look about together? So, can you trust crypto token crowdfunding? Yeah, right. So this first article. So first of all, I put together 6 little I don't know, we call them slides. I don't know, web shots. And 3 of them are about something that's going on that's a current problem, like a fundamental problem. And it's actually a fundamental problem that we created ourselves, right? I mentioned that. But we have a few of those, right? Electricity. Talk about that. It's not as bad as people say, right? But anyway, can you trust crypto token crowdfunding? Currently, when a company, existing or new company, wants to raise funds in the cryptocurrency space, they'll do an initial coin offering. There's been a couple initial token offerings, essentially the same thing, kind of like an IPO of the past with some differences. Funds would be, project would be documented, it would be marketed, advertised, whatever you want to call it. The members of the project get together, inform everybody of everything, and launch a token generation event or an initial coin offering. And then through these, there's stipulations of, you know, what funds could be received, when you'll get your stuff. Basically, what I do, and I mean, I think only thing we can do is we go to their white paper and completely read their white paper and hold them to that white paper throughout the company's lifetime. Although the white papers are not laws or anything like that, there's nothing actually holding them to it. You know, and investors, I mean, company owners can do whatever they want pretty much after the token sale's over. They have those funds. It would be nice to hold them accountable. It would be nice to, I mean, all kinds of things happen. There's companies that make changes after they've had an initial coin offering, and the whole focus will change, sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad. But all of these uncertainties are not good for our current environment, okay? They do a couple of things, right? First of all, they confuse the heck out of myself. So hence all these videos and all this research. But I've made a few mistakes with them, and we can mention those too, but I've also done very well on a few of them. So I don't know. I mean, I know what I did wrong, and I try not to do it again. But anyway, they were never held accountable after that. So, you know, what happens? Maybe they make it, maybe they don't. This caused a lot of people to buy into an ICO with the intentions that they would have it as an investment. If it would go up, they would sell it. Now, lots of tokens are not, you know, speculative trading tokens, although they become, but a lot of them are initially designed as utility tokens. I mean, Veritasium, for example, the Veri token gets you access to the Veri platform, and you can use the Veri token to gain exposure, get reports, so on and so forth. Lots and lots of companies doing things like that. Then you have other companies that have come out with their ICO, and they're doing very well. They're doing what they're supposed to do, but completely different, like Rivets. How about this? Proppy, for example, Proppy. They use their token as a utility in their system, but now that's even a bad example. Anyway, that's a sidetrack, so we don't need to talk about it. Sorry about that. So many things in my head. Sometimes I feel like they're going to pop. Can you trust crypto token crowdfunding? February 12, 2017. 1 year old cryptocurrency world. Some people would say that it's ancient news, but there are things in here that definitely are still pertaining. In 2016, blockchain startups raised some $200 million in initial coin offerings, a new form of crowdfunding based on cryptocurrency tokens. This figure may slow down, Bill. This figure might not be much compared to the billions being poured in by VCs and Kickstarter style crowdfunding, but it shows a huge year-over-year growth for blockchain crowd sales. Okay, so 2016 is what they're looking at. Very early on in our market. Well, early on. Everything's all relative, okay? Take that into consideration. When I say early on, it could be like 2 years ago. When I say this is really old, it could be like 2 months old. Okay, early on, early old, whatever. So some startups have ranked in millions of dollars with barely more than a promise and a website. Several have failed to deliver on those promises. As is with blockchain itself, expert opinion is highly polarized on the crypto token crowdfunding hype, its reliability, legality, and future. Here's what you need to know. So we're not going to go through and just read the whole article because that's just freaking boring. But I mentioned a couple of things. How does it work? They have an initial coin offering, describe the terms that they're going to do it by, and start a smart contract, and bam, there they go. They usually limit it by a cap of money or by ETH or something like that. They don't want to be too greedy, and there needs to be there are problems with too much money as well, believe it or not. Money doesn't solve all the problems. Crypto tokens have become an easy way for blockchain startups to fund their projects early in the development cycle, and for regular users. I'm not going to go all into that. So let's briefly go through here. We know there are problems with startups, right? Where do they legally stand? There's a lot of information here. So 6 things are going to be linked here at the bottom of the video. This is the first article. These first 3 are going to give you a lot of information about like what ICOs are, what has happened in the past, 2016, 2017. What are some people's ideas? They're from different sources. They're from reputable sources. Okay, and then the next are going to talk about solutions. All right, so let's spend a little more time there. So let me stay focused and breeze through here. So where do they legally stand? Okay, it talks about what a token is. Is it a security? Is it a currency? Are crypto token projects a scam? Many view ICO and crypto token sales as fraudulent schemes for a quick money grab. Building on his previous arguments and referring to the FTC definition of pyramid or Ponzi scam, Byron clearly stipulates, in my informed opinion, many coin offerings run the risk of being seen as closer to Ponzi schemes of the past than they are to legitimate investment products of the present day. Draping an investment scheme in advanced cryptography and Silicon Valley futurable, whatever that is, futurablo, won't change that. I'm frankly stunned that some of the best minds in venture capital can't see what's right in front of them for what it is. Yeah, okay, bro. Okay, bro. Ponzi scheme. There are Ponzi schemes. Be connect. How to do that. My man, shout outs to Peter. Decentralized. But anyway, in fact, many crypto token projects have failed miserably to deliver on the promises to investors. A stark example. Check this out. A stark example is the DAO, which raised $150 million in ICO, the largest ever. Okay, as the time of this writing the article. Telegram really blew that right out of the waters, huh? Jeez, we do a video on that. What's wrong with those people? What are you going to do? Start a new planet with all that money? A stark example is the DAO, which raised $150 million in ICO, the largest ever in that time period. And lost a huge chunk of it to a hack, causing a huge stir in the Ethereum community. In many cases, startups have launched their ICO without due diligence by offering little more than a vague white paper and flashy website. So this article is right. there are problems, okay? I want you guys to spend the 5 or 10 minutes looking at these articles after we finish this video. So the future of the token, some believe that the future in the investment landscape will have no place for ICOs and cryptocurrency tokens. In a post titled Against Crowd Sales, HiveMind developer Paul Starks warned against crypto token crowd sales in general, saying, if you ever invested in a crowd sale, you made a big mistake. It's okay. Maybe you didn't know any better until now. Yeah, whatever, brah. Whatever, brah. I've made mistakes, and I've not made mistakes. Big, small, I've made them all. But I didn't make a mistake investing in a crowd sale. I guarantee you that. Nor did I make a mistake when I invested in IPOs in the past. As far as general investing. Small mistakes? Yeah. Pick a company that doesn't make a soft cap? Yeah. Pick a company that has all these promises, but then split up? Yeah, it happens. But pick a company who comes out and does what they're supposed to do, has a little bit of luck, works real hard, and bam, we have our beautiful engine. We have our unicorns. We have, well, I mean, come on, like on, baby. All right, so first article is going to give you from TechCrunch. It's going to give you a whole background of what's going on, and it's based from 2016, okay? This next one right here, let's give it a minute to come up and give it a minute for me to come up. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Coin Central. Why are so many ICOs failing? Another good place for a source of information, but read it for what it is. Why are so many ICOs failing? Look at the data. According to a recent study, 418 of the 902 crowd sales, 46% listed on token data for 2017 have already failed. 142 failed during the ICO stage. 276 projects failed post-ICO. Yeah, like I said before, I was one of those 142 failed. I got into a thing called Indie Hash, which had a really good pre-sale bonus. It had a really good idea. It's like an influencer-based program. They're still out there and they're still doing fine. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not Indie Hash. Indie Hash, they changed the rules and I got a rebate. But it was one that was early on. But anyway, they didn't make the soft cap. And that was it. Not enough funds to even pay for what they were doing. So they are gone. And it's too bad. Some of these companies have really good ideas, but it depends on what the market, what the public thinks about them as well, too. Looking at the data. So anyway, before jumping to conclusions and stating that the era of ICOs is over, we should consider looking at the exact reasons why many of the newer projects have collapsed. There are certain patterns to watch out for when evaluating a potential cryptocurrency project to raise funds during an ICO and sustain a success post-ICO. You get a lot of these ones here. Failed. Bad project ideas, use cases. Oh, here we go. Energy drinks, right? It's a picture of it. Silverfeel. Take part in Silverfeel energy drink token sale and get token bonuses up to 525%. Yeah, okay, that's an early on sucker right there. Woo! I can make 500% just by buying and waiting for it to come out. Wrong. One example is when Silverfeel energy drink and Mercedes partnered to on ICO in 2007. Yucky wording. This case proved that the brand name recognition is not enough to raise funds. According to a press release from last year, there is a current program taking place where one AMG token counts as an initial coin offering. Sellers will receive one token ICO for every can of Silverfeel they sell. The concept of earning tokens as reward is a good idea. However, if the tokens aren't actually deemed to be useful enough by people, it's hard to successfully promote their usage. The entire concept of having to use a specific cryptocurrency to buy a specific energy drink is not very practical for most people. Thus, the project failed. To showcase its potential long-run value to investors, this project failed to showcase its potential long-term value to the investors. In turn, it failed to raise enough funds to make it past the ICO age. Yeah, see? Too bad. And yeah, no, Mercedes was into drinks. but technological issues. Okay, and there is, don't worry, folks, there is a solution for all this. But let's go over to our next one. Okay, now our next article, and the last article here on just, the fundamental problem, is from Wired. Now, I really like Wired. I read it for a long time. It's very, very good. It gives you, let's bring it right up to the top, the big ICO swindle. So articles in Wired are very, very well done. Okay, they take a little bit more time. For future. It's very interesting, this gentleman here, what he did. I'm going to go down to the bottom because listen to this. No unconflicts of interest. When I helped found the MIT Media Lab Digital Currency Initiative, I sold my shares in all blockchain and Bitcoin related companies, and I have not invested in any company engaging in cryptocurrencies as their primary activity. I do not hold any material amount of any cryptocurrency. I believe that in the current phase of our work, it is important for me to be clear of any conflicts of interest. You can see a more complete conflict of interest disclosure on my website. Huh? Wired does it right. And that's just the author. And in this case, they did it right by partnering up with the right author. It's a good idea to receive Wired. I do. I used to get it in print form, and I think I should get it back in print form again. All right, so what are we going to do about all these problems, okay? Some of the stuff, Bill, you're boring me, okay? I am just trying to show you some good places for you to read about the fundamental problem, the proper way to research. Don't just listen to me. It's just educational advice, right? But here we go. Who's going to solve all of our problems? It's going to come up. The creator of the Ethereum network. He recently proposed a new method for decentralized fundraising called DAICO, incorporating elements of decentralized autonomous organizations, or DAOs. The new model is designed to minimize the complexity and risk associated with ICOs. All right. So our young friend there has done it again. He has proposed this. There's nothing, set in stone or anything, but let's take a look at what he's got going on for a model. It's pretty neat. I read this whole entire thing. I read almost all of these, but let's go. Buterin outlined the new model in a post on the Ethereum Research Forum entitled Explanation of DAICOs. In the exposition, the Russian-Canadian program outlines a new model that integrates characteristics of DAOs into the ICO to create a new model that refers to as the DAICO, DOACO. DOACO. Hey, get you some DOACO. We got a DOACO coming up. You see that new DOACO? The post includes a diagram that breaks down the benefits of bringing DAO elements into an ICO, including the ability to leverage crowd wisdom and disrupt decentralization teams, and the ability to spread funding over time. The DOACO model also incorporates the single project approach of the ICO model, along with a lack of 51% attack risk. Yeah, so the DAO can leverage wisdom of the crowds, okay, by voting and by making it mandatory for the company to move on and release funds and stuff like that. And, we have to always worry about voting. Somebody comes in and buys it 51%, and then they can crash the company or something like that if they wanted. So there are lots of things, but this does not fully trust one single centralized team. In other words, the team that started the company, the ICO, the DOACO, they're not the only ones in charge. They have to answer to the investors. right? Pretty good. What else? Funding can be spread over time. And then on the ICO side, based around a single project, no 51% risk attack. You put the two together. I mean, basically what you're getting, there's right now there are, well, we'll get into that at the end. Improving the ICO model. Buterein's proposed model could greatly improve the traditional structure of the ICO and eliminate the risk of resources being used in an appropriate manner for ICO creators or for personal gain. The DAO in the DOACO refers to decentralized autonomous organization that is governed by smart contract. By leveraging the beneficial aspects of the DAO model, Buterin argues that the cost of using Ethereum could be greatly reduced, while at the same time placing stronger emphasis on developer results. A DOACO contract is published by a single development team that wishes to raise funds for a project. The DOACO contract starts off in contribution mode, specifying a mechanism by which anyone can contribute ETH to the contract and get tokens in exchange. This could be a capped sale, an uncapped sale, a duck auction, an interactive coin offering, a KYC sale with dynamic per-person caps, or whatever other mechanism the team chooses. Once the contribution period ends, the ability to contribute ETH stops and the initial token balances are set. From there, the tokens can become tradable. Wow. Game theory security approach. Okay. Yeah, well, like I said before, buy up 51% of the coins and then you can do whatever you want. But there will definitely be some sort of cap there. So let's give this guy his props here about the author on this article. And we probably should have looked at each one. Well, we looked at the last one. Samuel is a freelance journalist, digital nomad, and crypto enthusiast based out of Bangkok, Thailand. As an avid observer of the rapidly evolving blockchain ecosystem, he specializes in the fintech sector. And when not writing, he explores the technological landscape of Southeastern Asia. Follow him on Twitter. And I think I will follow him on Twitter because I did like what he did. And that's the thing too, folks. As you find people, let me know, okay? And as I find people, let you know. We should save these people. We should give these people. Samuel, good job, my friend. I like what you said, and I'm actually going to give you, hey, let's share it, share it right on Twitter. So there is. Stand by here. And tweet. Cool. And close. It's that easy. Next, I included a Medium article. Medium's a really good place. There are really good articles. They have a system of clapping that brings the articles up. But this one here is by Pay. But basically, it is all about... it is all about the DOACOs, okay? And Vitalik. It's just like the other article, but I put it in here because why? Like a commercial tech, really, really well done, good, established magazine. Information source, excellent, but it's very, very thick, And then some of these Cointelegraphs and things like that, real thin, There are all kinds of people out there, and there's also a progression. Finally, okay, definitely read this Medium article. Look, it says it's from February 13th. It takes 3 minutes to read it. And then finally, the last link that I'm going to post down here. So remember, folks, there's going to be 6. 3 are going to talk about, what the heck's going on, and the fundamental problem. And the last 3 are giving you resources to look at least one person's solution. So then on this final one here, very, very technical, okay? Ether Search with a really, 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 really weird name. So this is by Vitalik. The following is a quick exposition of an idea I had for improving the ICO model by merging in some of the benefits of the DAO, but doing so in a way that minimizes complexity and risk. There's that same picture. But, here you go. If you're a little bit of a programmer, you're going to have some kind of code in there. It's technical, and I am not going to read it with you guys because this is something that needs to be digested on my own time. This is definitely, but here, NISDAS, okay, just the first reply here. Let's see what it says. It looks pretty long. This is definitely a more responsible way to carry out ICOs, where at least the development team's remuneration is tied to their actual performance. Though I see a problem with using this model where developer team holds a high percentage of the token supply. If they hold about 30% of the tokens, then they would only need to convince about 30% of the investors that they are doing a decent job. And seeing, that's interesting. I'm glad you pointed out. And seeing as how most of the people investing right now are not technically well versed and the most sophisticated investors, they could also be easily swayed by the development team clearing howl targets. Yeah, but since we are, decentralized and transparent, we should be able to handle that, or at least work on that, right? Remember, there's no problems. There are only solutions to problems. Not just here in cryptocurrency. You're going to hear that from me until you're blue in the face, but just in life in general, right, folks? Solutions to problems. So let's see. Another potential problem with using this model is that for token holders to propose to reduce the tap or to self-destruct the original contract might not actually be in their best interest. Yeah, there was something, there's a clause in there that Vitalik was talking about where, if the ICO founders were not doing what they're supposed to be doing, there would be some sort of way for you to vote, end the contract, the DOACO contract, and then return the proportion of capital that's still left over to the investors. Okay, I understand what he's looking at and what he's trying to address, but NISDAS makes a good point. Suppose that the price of the token now reaches more than 5 times to 6 times its ICO price. If the dev team are irresponsible with money or are not hitting their milestones, token holders will still be motivated to raise the tap or keep the status quo. Doing anything other than that would have a largely negative effect on the price. And although token holders do care about the project, they will care about the value of the tokens even more. So when time comes and the dev team has been irresponsible, they will seem economically incentivized to give a position review to the dev team so as to maintain the illusion that the project is doing well and therefore the token maintains its value. Yeah, I totally understand. You're really getting to that point. I'm not going to, I was not going to leave it right there, but I think that, like I said, solutions. I think this can be mitigated by equally distributing their token allocations alongside the ETH they get based on the same tap mechanism or another simple XX months vesting period to start with mechanism. I think that it's a crucial part to make it work. Otherwise, the team could too easily make a 51% attack, preventing the honest contributors to destroy the DOACO and get their ETH back. Yeah, okay, cool. This is how it works, folks, right? You put something out there in a good place and you get some smart people that start to answer and analyze and stuff like that. And here we go. We have, these are real conversations. I mean, this does not look like a Facebook here, right? Like Bent 10 says, I think it can be a great model for ICOs, which both team and the investors can benefit from. However, one issue is that token holders might vote for a self-destruct. Yeah, everybody's worried about the self-destruct so they can make some money. Put some money in, get everybody to vote, kill a company, take everybody else's money, take the investors' portion, whatever. Yeah, okay, cool. I really, 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 really like all of this here. So one more thing. I'm going to bookmark this page while we're here. Yeah. And I am going to come back here and sign up after we're over. Okay. So, hey guys, so what do you think? Let me bring you back to the beginning. Let's go to the beach. That's the crooked beach dot. There we go. Grab myself. I want to go here in the sand, right? Doesn't everybody want to be in the sand? Wait a second for me to pop up here. Apologize, folks. Internet has been jammed up between Fortnite in the other room and cryptocurrency out here at the kitchen table. We are maxing out everything we have. All right, I'm not going to wait any longer. Hope you guys can see me. I'm just a big blue dot right here. But if you can't, then, hey, look at the blue dot. It looks like a giant blue ball on the beach. So what did we learn We learned that there's a problem with ICOs. Did we know that already? Yes. Did we learn some more specifics about the problems that are wrong with ICOs? Yes. Did I learn a couple of things? Yes. Is there a lot more to go over on these 6 web pages here? Yes. But this gives you an idea of fundamental problem, lots of information on that, and then one person's view of how to fix that, one incredibly smart person's view, with a ton more smart people, especially on the last link, chiming in and trying to work it out. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. One more try right here. Who knows? Can't tell if you can see me, but again, I really, really appreciate everybody stopping by to listen to my educational advice. I really appreciate the fact that you're going to follow these 6 links and you're going to take a look at these articles so that you will gain some knowledge on the subject. And then, hey, who knows? You could write an article yourself. And then if you do, send it to me, okay? Send me the link. I'd really appreciate it. Again, smash the like buttons, hit the subscribe, hit the alerts, all that cool stuff that they tell me I have to say, or nobody tells me I have to do anything pretty much at this point in my life, but in order for me to grow my channel. Help me out. I really like doing this. I hope that this helps you. And yeah, man, have a great day. Go outside and enjoy yourself. All right? BP3 over here from BP3. This bye. Here we go. I almost had it. All right. Officially signing off. Hey, have a great holiday tomorrow. Have a great weekend. And I love you. Ciao.